everybody, it's Chanel, the Fit NP, and I wanted to just come and share with you some short little tips that I have about how to lose some fat. Man, who doesn't want to do that? And me personally I've struggled with that for a really long time. And fortunately, I have found some really basic solutions that has not only helped me before I had my two little guys, but also after each one of them. So I have been able to implement some of these strategies after having two kids, and I'm going to go out on a big limb here and say that I believe that there's parts of my body now after my second child, and he's only 13 months, I believe that are better than before I even had my first child. Of course, weight and things distribute differently after kids, and there's of course hormones and all kinds of craziness. But anyways, I 100% believe implementing some of these very simple strategies will 100% help you lose some fat. They're very basic, and they're of course nutrition based, because if you remember, I remind you all the time that your physique, the way that you look, especially if you're trying to troubleshoot some fat zones, is 80% nutrition. Yes, 80. So that does leave room for 20% fitness. So that means you're going to have to get off your butt too. However, nutrition is so crucial. So once you get that down, then I can guarantee you will see some improvements. So let's get started. Water. Number one is water. Huge, huge, huge. You've got to be increasing your water. And I am willing to say that over the last almost 2 months for myself, that water has played a significant role in finally helping my body release some fat. So it really works, reminding you that you need to take your weight divided by 2, and that's the number of ounces you need to drink a day. Decreasing processed foods. That's a no-brainer, guys. Anything that's processed, if it has multiple ingredients, if it's out of a box or a bag, 99% of the time it is processed, means it's got tons of junk in it. You need to limit that. I always encourage my challengers to not have any processed foods for their first full round of a challenge. So if that means it's 21 days or 30 days, say no. That way you can mentally get rid of those things of even wanting them. Then you can physically decrease those nasty stuff in your taste buds, so you're not craving that stuff anymore. Then of course, treat meals, that's what I call them. I have them, and I have treats when I shouldn't have treats, and that's okay. But it's because I've met goals, and I know how to do things limited and in moderation. And also I'm real. I'm a mom, so of course I'm going to have processed food, but it's very, very sparingly. Decrease sugars and grains. I am a 100% believer in that the grains and the sugars are going to continue to help make you crave sweets. They do for me, and I'm genetically predisposed to some issues where I don't metabolize sugars very well. So literally what I eat gets stored. Not everybody is like this, but unfortunately I discovered that it significantly impacts my results. So when I say decrease sugar and grains, I'm not saying go on a low carb diet for the rest of your life. I definitely eat carbs, but what I do is I choose low glycemic carbs like sweet potatoes, oats, and I'm mindful about what I put in them to help fuel my body how I'm supposed to fuel it. So I also try to do most of my greens earlier in the day, just because I know that that's when either my workout where it's purposely used. If I'm not doing my workout in the evening, or I'm not doing a lot of activity in the evening, then there's no purpose. You don't need the sugar, you don't need the extra carbs, so I will limit those towards the evening, and that's a pretty routine thing for myself. Increase your fruits and your vegetables. I tend to limit some of my fruits as well, just because I know that even though it's natural sugar, too much is not a good thing. I'm not telling you to limit your fruit at all, but that's something personally that I decided to do. It's kind of the same thing where I eat them mostly whenever I'm needing that extra sugar. So you definitely want to make sure that you're getting good servings of fruits and vegetables. I can't stress enough. I try to put vegetables in every single meal that I have, including my breakfast, such as spinach with your eggs. Make sure you're getting a good dose. Another way that I make 100% sure I get my fruits and vegetables is the healthiest meal of the day. I choose to drink Shakeology every day because it is full of nutrition, things that I will not get anywhere else in my diet for the rest of the day. So not only does it have your fruits and vegetables, so it's all your vitamins and minerals, it's got protein, it's got probiotics, prebiotics, phytonutrients, and some superfoods in there. Goji berry is just one of those. There's tons of stuff in that that's going to help me make sure I get that in. My kiddos drink it as well. One last thing is increase your protein and your fats. So many people think that meat and fats are the devil, that they're not going to help in your weight loss or your fat loss efforts. But the thing about protein is it's going to keep you full longer, and it also takes more metabolism, more of your body's energy to burn to utilize that protein. So that's huge. So if you're making sure that you're getting 5, 6, 7 good wholesome proteins in your diet every day, that's going to not only rev up your metabolism, which helps you burn fat, but it's also going to help decrease your cravings and your hunger, so it helps with satiety. It also helps with decreasing your insulin spike. So when you've got a good dose of protein in your system, then you're not going to have that plummet of energy where you're craving crappy things. You're going to have a constant flow of energy so that you're just feeling full when you eat, but you're not overly full. You're satisfied, and then ideally you're going to be hungry in every 3 to 4 hours if you're properly portioning your food. Fats. So fats are really, really good for you when eaten and consumed in portions. So nuts, even nuts, and even things like bacon. I've always shied away from your regular bacon, but in moderation, it's okay. Fats are okay for you. Just make sure it's done in moderation. So, water, increase your water, decrease your processed foods, decrease your sugar and your sweets, increase your fruits and your vegetables, and increase your protein and your fats, your good fats. Those are some of the very basic principles for nutrition that will help you lose those fats. And of course, if you need any additional help, some accountability with these nutritional changes that you should make, then contact me. I'll be glad to help. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.